adventure begins on a Tuesday night. The kids from the loft are ready to fight. 30 years running, we ain't gonna fail. It's another great night for spinning a tale. Our adventure begins with a quick recap, a character sketch and a digital map. Get out our dice and make a roll or two. Raise up our glasses and toast our brew. What game are we playing tonight? What wrongs are we gonna set right? Let's kick some ass and take some names in tonight's incarnation of Dream Slayer's game. Arrive with a vicious attack, a swift blindside that takes us aback. But don't worry though, it'll all be just fine, especially if we all roll 69. What game are we playing tonight? What wrongs are we gonna set right? Let's kick some ass and take some names in tonight's incarnation of Dream Slayer's game. Roll 'em, roll 'em if you got 'em. Roll 'em if you got 'em. Roll 'em if you got 'em.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Marvel Galaxies, our classic Marvel superheroes role-playing game series featuring the children of the Blindfather. So, I'm flying solo for this intro because we ran into some major technical difficulties during this session. Our server went down right before we were supposed to go live on Twitch, which caused a bit of a domino effect. I had to juggle between Zoom and OBS on the fly, and since my players couldn't access Foundry, I ended up making all of their rolls during the game too. So, here's what that means for this video. The first part of the episode includes all of the battle map action and gameplay, but unfortunately we don't have any player video during that stretch. The good news is none of the audio was lost, and you'll still be able to follow everything that's happening on the tabletop side of things. So, thanks for your patience and understanding. I've already worked with tech support to get everything all sorted out, so future sessions should be running smoothly. As always, we appreciate your support, and don't forget to follow us on Twitch and YouTube, and check out our Patreon if you want to help us keep this game going strong. Alright, so, enough of that. Let's get into the action. Here's a quick recap to catch you up. After delivering Romulus and Snowbird into Conan's custody, the children of the Blindfather made their way south to the coastal town of Yanyoga, a once vibrant port now gripped by the creeping touch of the Everwinter. Accompanied by Conan, Red Sonja, and Fan Fei, the family found brief respite in a dockside tavern fittingly named The Last Chance. There, with mugs of thick ale and mysterious but strangely delicious pastries in hand, the family met their next guide through perilous waters, the infamous Captain Barracuda, a sharp-tongued, gold-toothed pirate who owed Conan a favor. His ship, the Black Mast, loomed at the docks like a beast of old, a battered, battle-worn vessel whose presence alone whispered of long-forgotten horrors. After exchanging farewells with their Hyborian allies, the children boarded the Black Mast and set sail across the frozen sea, bound for the fabled Savage Land. But even the vast ocean offered no peace. On their first restless night abroad, the ship passed a chilling sight, the Sea Widow, a ghostly vessel adrift in the moonlit mist, a cursed ship spoken of only in hushed whispers and tavern lore. Before the cold dread could settle in, the crew was besieged. From the depths rose the deep ones, amphibious horrors with bulbous eyes and webbed claws, screeching in a forgotten tongue as they boarded the Black Mast. Steel clashed with scale, and the deck ran slick with blood and seawater. But the true terror had yet to arrive. With a groaning of the sea and a deafening crash, the ocean itself rose as the Octalus, a monstrous leviathan of fang and tentacle, breached the surface. Its massive limbs crashed against the ship, lifting the Black Mast sideways in a single hungry lurch. Now, deep ones and heroes alike tumbled across the deck as the Octalus loomed overhead, its eyes scanning for prey, its hunger insatiable. The battle paused, but only for a heartbeat, because now all lives on board hang in the balance. The Octalus is here. The sea has claimed its due, and the children of the Blindfather must now fight to survive. Where we had left off, it was at the top of the round after the Octalus had just smashed into the bulkhead of the ship, basically right down the middle. And I will draw out roughly where his tentacle has landed.
Ooh, we get a drawing.
And there's no way for me to draw this without it looking like a dick. So there you have it. All of you have now slid to the opposite side of the ship, kind of facing the Octalus. Usharia, it is your turn to get us started, because we're still sticking with the original turn order that we left off with.
All right. Actually, can I hold my action?
As always, yes.
What's the rule for jumping back in when I want to stop holding it?
Anytime you feel like you want to jump in, you can jump in.
Okay.
So from Usharia, we now come to Captain Barracuda. Ooh, Barracuda. He's got a deep one. Yeah, there's the balls. I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Right when you said deep one too, man. That was awesome.
Yep. So I'm assuming that was Mike that drew that, or was it Andy?
Nope, not me.
I don't know how to erase it. There you go. I'm sorry.
Somehow I knew it was you, Mike.
That wasn't me. That was a poll. He's gone rogue. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That is all right. Perfectly expected.
That's way nicer than what I would have done.
Okay, so Usharia is holding her action. I'm gonna do one more thing. I just realized. Can I? No, I can't. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're doing it live. Okay, Captain Barracuda has got one of the deep ones here right next to him. And he is going to just try to kick it off the edge and offer the Octalus a sacrifice. He got a 28, which is white, so he actually missed. And we will go to Griffin next.
Listen, I was thinking kind of along the same lines. There's the... I can't click and hold in order to... but the one to the left...
Uh-huh.
That guy
right here. Yep.
Yeah, you know, like, listen, I mean, that guy, you know, looks like a tasty snack as far as I'm concerned. And so what I'd like to do is grab him and yoink him to be a sacrifice. I don't know if I need to like carry him part of the way with like anatomical separation to like just carry him over a little bit and drop him down and then go back and down and land back on my feet again.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think if you did the anatomical separation, that might actually help. So you would basically just roll kind of a strength, then separate and send it over where you want it.
All right, let's do that, man. I'll call all kinds of karma.
All right. So that will be strength incredible.
I guess that's pretty good.
So that'll
That's
be a
pretty good.
99 with 10 points of karma expenditure. If you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead and keep track of your karma for me, so I don't have to do math on top of rolling for everybody.
Give me a second. I don't have the numbers.
Sorry.
You're asking
There
an
you go.
awful lot of us tonight, Chris.
Okay, 641 and 811. Okay, got it. Thank you.
All right, so he's going to make an agility feat to try to dodge away from that, but I don't think... Yeah, he's not going to be able to. So you've got him, you're sending him over, and the mouth of the Octalus opens up like welcoming. It's coming.
Wait, time out. Before I drop this thing in there, if I drop this thing in there, am I going to lose all 631 of my karma that I have left?
I don't know. You want to take that chance?
You know what? Actually, I just want to take him on a stroll, a very lovely stroll, and just place him gently back down where I found him. Maybe I'll dangle a foot. Maybe I'll dangle 2 feet down, just enough.
You just think you're returning the babies to the mother, right? That's
Exactly.
what it is.
It can obviously swim. What are you worried about?
All right, so you teased him just a little bit, and you see the mouth of the Octalus kind of stretch and reach out, and it just barely misses him.
No! Now I'm just holding this guy.
No extra actions this round?
No, I mean I'll totally roll for extra actions. I can't remember how I can't remember if I did it last time or not. Like that was like 80 years ago.
True. Yeah. I can't remember if you did or not. So I mean, if you want to roll at this point, you certainly may.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay.
And call karma.
Let's get my notes out. Ooh, good thing. Oh, no, okay, that's good. I thought it was a 15, but it's a 50. So calling karma, you're going to need to get that up to... Hold on. Welcome to the shit show. Okay, so on the incredible table, got to get that up to a 61. So 11 points is what you
11 points. All right, not bad, not bad, not bad.
So that will actually get you then a total of 3 actions. So your first action then would have been grabbing and dragging him over. So you got 2 more.
Okay. Leo, listen, man. Okay, I'm dropping him. I'm just gonna drop him. We're gonna see what happens. After I drop him. If I lose all my karma, I lose all my karma. You gotta live a little. I'm just gonna drop him.
Okay. All right. So you kind of brushed him pretty close. He takes a snap at it. You drop him, and then he just swallows him whole. Let me get him out of there. Oh, look, there was a pirate underneath him. And you have now successfully offered a sacrifice to the Octalus, and your karma seems to be intact.
Okay, I'd like to land back on my feet, if that's all right.
Yeah. And you still have 1 more action.
I'll just turn to the guy above, north of me, and smack him.
Okay. With a hand or with the
flail spear.
Flail. Okay. Got a 74 to hit on that, which is a yellow. Does amazing damage, which I think might just be enough. He's got thick skin, so 40. That actually takes him down to 0, and he is out.
All right.
All right. Well done. Lopes.
All right. So I got a dude right next to me, right? Well, like one person away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's that big leviathan creature doing right now? Has it done anything else besides eating the snack?
Now just eating a snack, but he's got one tentacle draped across, and the others are kind of flailing about in the sea in front of you.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to knock the deep one off with my weapon.
Okay.
To sort of serve him up as a snack as well.
Okay.
Could you do that for me, please?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
You all may have to remind me to do this every once in a while.
Yeah. Can I use my martial arts supremacy to do it? Or my...
You're going to have to do weapon specialist to do that. To
use my null blade?
Blade, yeah.
Yep. I'll do that. That's fine. Karma.
65. And then to get that up to a red if you want. I mean, a red would be a kill result. So, I mean, do you want to just spend
I
the 10?
won't do that then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so just spend your 10.
Yep.
Take a little step up, skewer him, and then whip him off of the blade in the direction of the Octalus, who will... Yep. Mid chew on the other one. Just catches the other one like a Scooby snack.
Love it.
Alright, so he's gone. And then we'll go to Thalia.
May I jump in,
You
actually,
may. Mm-hmm.
and ask a cosmic awareness question?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know if the Octalus can see as a normal above ground creature would, or has it been down in the deep so long that it's just feeling blindly up here?
Gotcha. Yep, no clue. It's got glowing eyes.
Okay.
Any other actions that you want to take?
Not right now.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, so Thalia, where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay. Now she's got this other deep one right in front of her. I'm going to roll extra actions for Thalia. Ooh. Should I have called Karma for her? She would have called Karma, wouldn't she?
Look at that karma pool. Of course she would have called karma.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm calling Karma for her, even though I didn't in advance, but I'm the GM, so I do what I want. And we'll get her at least one extra action there. So with the first, she's got that new axe that she stole from the cave back when y'all were fighting Romulus. And she is going to... Does she have anything that helps her with that? No, she doesn't. But she's going to add the kinetic control on top of it. Hitting a 67 to hit, which would do incredible damage to this guy. Nope, 30, 20. And she's going to follow up with a second swipe. Yeah, I got a white on that one and missed. Alright, Jace. You're kind of off by your lonesome up there, facing another deep one right at the front of the ship.
I'll take my right arm and extend it out into like a flexible weapon and whip it around its legs and try to knock it or pull it into cause it to lose balance and fall off the boat.
All right, so that's going to be a wrestling move. Let's see here. It's B gets amazing. Okay.
With the W on the phase whip.
All right, so you got a hold on him. I'm going to make an agility feat. 44. You're able to kind of trip him up and pull him down to the ground, but he doesn't go overboard.
Okie doke.
Maximus has...
I will tickle his toes.
has one of the deep ones. I think it's this one right here. And this deep one runs the length of the side of the ship and jumps into the mouth of the creature. And as he goes, he's going to attempt to claw at the inside of its mouth and gets 21, which does not succeed. Larry.
Okay. I'm gonna take. Surely there's a loose rope nearby. I'm going to take that rope and solidify it as basically a giant sphere and throw it at the sea creature's large glowing eyes.
What are you grabbing again?
A rope. Just there's got to be loose rope on the deck. Come on, man.
Okay. So, just a reminder, it always takes an action for you to actually transform something.
Oh, did I roll for extra actions last time?
You did not.
Oh, okay. Dang. Okay.
But you can now, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll roll for extra actions.
Okay. Karma?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 45. You, I think, have to get it up to a yellow to get your extra action. So,
Okay.
excellent column. You got to get it up to a 71.
Okay.
And then you're going to launch that at
Yep.
the...
At the big red glowing eye.
Okay, got it. So your strength is only good. Just seeing if there's...
Way to make a
anything
guy
else.
feel good. Inadequate.
I was just seeing if there was anything else that you could add on to that to get you some extra damage on that. And there's really not.
Malcolm.
Malcolm! Okay, so I'm gonna make, let's see, you don't have
Yeah.
thrown weapons, makeshift weapon handling, okay, so
Yeah.
incredible range, so that will work there at least. And a 19, which is a miss.
I'm gonna start rolling myself over here.
Alright, and that's your actions. Clag.
Yep. Yep.
Alright, Clint, that's you.
Yep, sorry.
That's right.
Amazon's delivering late tonight, apparently. My
Oh.
dogs are going crazy. But my solar lights are in. They got destroyed by a tree. So, yeah, the little one that's just north of me, it's almost dead anyway.
Yep.
Let's make him dead, and I'll follow suit and try throwing him into the gaping maw of the behemoth.
Extra actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I actually did roll last time, but just roll again.
Okay.
Karma.
Oh, look at that. 88. So that actually gets you 2 extra.
Yep.
And then...
So, first one, we will throw him into the gaping maw.
Okay.
Karma.
93.
Damn. We got to roll for me more often.
All right. Yeah. Now, if you want to get that, well, I mean, it's spend your 10. That gets it up to
Yep.
your red. So, and throwing it at the creature.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, he missed that one. He's mid-chew.
But at least he's not standing next to me anymore.
And 2 more actions.
2 more actions. Can you pull out a little bit?
That's what
Basically,
she said.
it's. I was waiting for that. It's basically just these slimy creatures on the deck. That's it.
Yeah.
Correct. I will hyper leap to the one at the what's the back of the boat?
The
aft. Aft. I thought that was aft. Yeah. The one at the by himself, the very
right here.
aft at the back. No, the very back.
Oh, that one.
That one. Yeah. I will hyper leap at him and try to knock him back into the water.
Okay.
Karma.
Let's see here. So
It's always an incredible feat, but then it just depends on what kind of damage it does.
Ooh, 27. All right, get that up to a green. You need to get it up to a 31, so you spend your 10. That'll get you to a green.
Yep.
So that would do incredible damage then on him.
Okay, now for the third action, I'll grab him and try to throw him into the water.
All right.
Karma.
Ooh, just in time. Remarkable. So 36 will do it this time. Although that's a grapple, so I don't think that actually... No, it doesn't work. It's a miss.
Okay. I didn't want to get my clothes dirty anyway. He smells like fish.
All right, so the deep ones now get to go. And let's see, is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so deep ones have been kind of watching their brothers fall. They see the Octalus that has come up out of the water, and all of them leap off of the ship and back into the water. They know what's good for them. The pirates...
Cowards!
We won!
Now begin to converge on the tentacle
Sorry.
on the ship. Let's see, I got 2 more. This guy and this guy. Let's go there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. And they're all gonna start whacking at it with their swords and harpoons.
Do they sing a shanty while they do? And if so, what does that sound like?
I'm not doing that. I'm in no mood. If you want to sing, you feel free to sing. It's 2 hits, 1 miss. 2 hits, 2 misses.
I just can't get over you said whacking on something that looks like a giant male genitalia. So point that out.
All right, so they're whacking away at the tentacle, and it looks like it's not doing much good whatsoever. It is not breaching the surface of the skin. And now it comes to the Octalus. Usharia, you still have an action, I think, left.
Okay. Whacking rhymes with Kraken. We've got the makings of a good
Where's Poet when you need her?
I know. Wrong timeline. May I ask another cosmic awareness question?
Yeah, but you can't roll another cosmic awareness, though.
Okay, this is maybe less cosmic awareness then and more observed experience. I've been on the ship a little while.
It's a penciled in variety of cosmic awareness.
This is in the italic zone.
Yeah, it's right there.
Been around, we've been fixing things here and there. Is there a barrel of pitch, tar, something they would be using to waterproof the outside or anything like that?
Absolutely. It's kind of rolling around a little bit south of you. Yeah.
Okay. In a position where I could try to knock it over all over the Octalus?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll try that.
Okay.
With karma.
All right, with karma. And let's see if we got anything else that might help, because that's heavy.
Mm-hmm. I could ask Larry to help.
He's already done his actions for this round.
But Maximus.
Yeah, Maximus might be able to help. Yeah. Maximus will come over there and give you a hand. Okay, Maximus's strength is excellent. So we're gonna give a +1 column shift with your typical. So bring him up to remarkable, which would still be a yellow. So between the two of you, you're able to hoist it up and throw it in his direction.
Okay.
I'm going to make a reason feat for the Octalus. No, he's pretty smart. He chose not to consume it, but you are able to spread the tar over top of him. And with that yellow, I would say it kind of gets him in the face and somewhat blinds him. So for his action, now that he's somewhat blinded, he just starts thrashing about, and the tentacles are now just kind of going wild. Select that out of the way. And he is going to try to smash at the ship. Gets a 1 with his first attack. Misses completely. And because the tentacles all kind of went crazy all at the same time, he bubbles underneath the surface and disappears. So you have this round to kind of regroup. So if you guys want to take a few moments and kind of figure out what it is that you're doing, and then we can move on.
We won again.
That was easy.
I will tell you, the pirates think that you have, and they're all like, "Arr, arr, we did it!"
Yo ho ho, and the tentacle did go back under the sea. I don't know.
That was a great try, though.
I'm very sorry.
I bet our game master could come up with something.
Listen, I think that some of those deep ones were onto something. You got to go inside the mouth and attack him from the inside. That's where it's gonna really sting.
And then how do you expect to get out once you are inside?
Listen, don't worry about that. I got that covered.
Oh, please feel free.
Okay. Listen, Tyner,
Yeah.
I've got my plan sorted.
Okay. And it's about that time that you see now the fore and aft of the ship get wrapped up in a pair of tentacles on either side, and you feel the ship being lifted up into the air.
Hey, Tyner.
Yeah.
How high up is the crow's nest on the ship?
I would say probably about 40 feet.
Can I jump up there, please, before this starts?
Sure.
Is there anything I could throw that's sharp?
Everything is kind of shifted to the right side of the ship. So, like right in this area right here, where I'm apparently now drawing pubes.
This was a hairy shaft.
Oh no, I erased the
Oops.
dick.
I was gonna say, I thought you were drawing a little guy riding it.
Oh, it got fat. So
That one needs to go see a doctor.
Oh, wow.
I love how it shows your name when you're doing it.
He's attacking the ship.
That's
We have
water
turned-
splashing there.
We have turned 13 right now.
What do you mean turned?
Well, okay, good point.
oh god.
Oh man.
Well, I'm
This
not
one's
gonna
gotta
be
get
able
us
to
a
post
rating.
this.
Mature.
So Jace, yes, there is something sharp.
Can I run over?
directly
Oh.
under the tentacle?
Oh, right, under tentacle.
Yeah.
Is there enough space for me to like slide my arm under and pull it out?
Yeah, probably so. Yeah. Mhm.
If there's enough time, I want to try to do that and then like raise, extend my body out to get up high, like Clag.
Okay. And then what do you want to do once you? Oh well, actually, we're back
Probably
at
all
the
my
top
moves,
of the
right?
round here. So
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody else needs to reposition themselves, you certainly can. Is there somewhere that you want to go? Do you want to get up on like one of the other crow's nests up here, Jace?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll stick you right there. Anybody else need to reposition at all?
Nope.
I'd like to go right in the middle.
Okay. Like right
Thank
in
you.
here?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll work.
All right. So, Usharia, now it comes back to you.
Where is so there's a tentacle up here, a tentacle up there. Does that mean the body of it is down below, directly under?
That would be the assumption, yes. Mhm.
Okay. I think I'll see what a Vibrang will do.
To one
And
of the
just-
tentacles.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's my best angle?
I would say probably. Where are you? Right here. I mean, kind of got your pick. I mean, it's probably going to be easier to get the one on the left. This one over here.
Okay.
Because there's a little bit of a height difference here, so your visibility on that one isn't going to be quite as good. Oop. All right,
Okay.
So Vibrang.
Can I use karma?
Sure. Yep, I rolled too fast for you. Alright, so 47 on the amazing. You just need to get that up to a 56, so spend your 10 on that, and that'll get you up to a yellow. So you're going to hit it for sure. It makes purchase. And you see it wince. if something so huge can wince a little bit. It felt it, but it doesn't look like it did too much.
Did it break the skin?
Did not.
Okay.
And Captain Barracuda. He pulls out his blunderbuss, takes a shot, got a 24, missed. Griff.
All right. Listen, I need a couple of daggers. anything, or like it could be swords, but like it just like free swords. There's got to be something somewhere on this ship where I can just grab like sharp pointy thing 1 and sharp pointy thing 2.
All right, so the pirate next to you has a knife on his belt.
Okay.
And there is a harpoon that is next to you. You can grab both of those.
Okay. I'd like to grab both of those. Is there a safe location where I can store my flail spear?
Like right behind you here, maybe. You know, if you tuck it in, there's like a crate right next to you here. You could potentially tuck it in there.
Okay. That's exactly what I'm going to try and do. Is I'm going to try and tuck that flail spear nice and tight. And I'm going to grab harpoon and dagger off dude's belt. And then I want to separate anatomically from like right about this point, including my arms. So I just want like basically like shoulders, arms, head to come off and go straight into the mouth.
Okay, so you're going to have to dive underwater because this thing is underwater underneath.
Oh, it hasn't come up. Okay, got it. Okay, yes. All right. That's fine. That's fine. We're doing this.
Okay. All right, so you're diving underneath. And
this part, right?
Yeah.
Just okay.
Yeah, just
the rest of my body.
part,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So this thing is technically about right here. And I think I can leave
Okay.
it there. I don't think it's going to be in the way. Yeah, I'm good. All right, so you dive underneath. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out here because it'll be easier to deal with what you're doing here. And then you dive in towards the mouth. It sees you coming, and it's reaching up to kind of snap in your direction. Now, you can just swim right inside it if you want to. I would say make an agility feat, probably.
Yep, let's do that.
To
Karma.
not get bit. There you go. 84, 94 would probably get you up to a red.
Yep.
So you enter the mouth. And what do you want to do once you get inside?
All right, how many actions have I taken just to do the stuff that I've done so far?
I would say that would be 2 actions.
Okay, so I got 1 left. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. I thought that was a statement, not a question.
Okay, so I've got 1 left. I want to. Is there anything that I can see? I know it's going to be dark, right? So probably going to be very hard to see. Anything that I could identify as anything that is soft that I can really take advantage of.
We're gonna make a intuition feat for you.
Yeah, I'll karma for that too.
There you go, 93. Yeah.
Sweet.
It is very dark in here. Like you really can't see anything, and you're kind of having to rely a little bit more on some of your other senses, and maybe kind of brushing your arms up against, the internal, esophagus of this thing. So once you make purchase, you feel something soft and meaty, for sure.
Okay. I'd like to essentially, I don't know if this is possible with the harpoon, but like I'd like to just try to like spin and slice, spin and slice, spin and slice.
Okay. Let's see here. So your weapon specialist won't work here because you're not using the flail spear.
Correct.
You know what though? I mean, shape-wise, it's pretty much like a harpoon.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you.
I'll call karma on that too.
All right. 67 yellow. If you want to get that up to a red.
What would I need to spend?
You would need to get it up to an 86. And do you want to get that to a red?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You do not kill it, but you do some damage to it. And let's see here. So the damage on that, your strength is what? Is incredible. Okay. All right. So, those of you that are on the ship hear kind of a cascade of bubbles that come up to the surface, followed by just this horrific sound of like a gurgling scream. And then we go to Lopes next.
I just sigh. And I'm going to... Is it too late for me to roll for extra actions?
Nope, you can do that.
I would like to roll for extra actions, please.
All right.
And I would like to call Karma.
All right. Spin 10, you get 3.
I get 3 actions?
Total, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look at me go. Okay, I'm going to do that. First action. I want Zapole to shoot out to the left, to the aft of the ship, and attack that tentacle.
Okay.
With its, whatever it's called. It's not Null Blade, but it's Pasa Blade or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to go the other direction and try to attack at the same time using my Null Blade.
All right. All right, we're going to roll for Zapole first.
Okay. And can I call Karma on both of those?
Yep.
Thank you.
74 to hit with Zapole, so to get that up to a red. On the Incredible, you need 91.
74, 84, 94. I'll spend 20, whatever.
Okay.
Makes the math easy.
And,
all right, so that got me up to a red.
Yep, so that's a potential kill on him.
On just a tentacle, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
No,
oh my gosh.
No kill. And then that does how much damage? The Pasa Blade does Incredible. And I think... Alright, so it does 20 more points. Alright, Lopes. Now you still have 3 actions. Zapoles don't count towards yours.
Oh, excellent. Okay, then. I want to attack with my blade, my Null Blade.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try and get like up underneath it, maybe like the softer suctiony cut part.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to use that. I don't think that martial arts is going to do anything against this thing.
Well, your weapon specialist does more than... Well, yeah. It does essentially the same as martial arts D, so...
Yeah, okay. So I'll use 2 actions.
No, hold on. You can ignore the effects of physical armor, but that's just determining stun and slam results, so, yeah.
Okay, really I don't think I'm going to stun this thing by poking it in the tentacle.
You might, though.
Okay, well, I will... Let's see. Okay, so I will do a shot with my weapon specialist thing. I'll do 1 hit with that, and then I want to try and follow that up with a stun using my martial arts D.
Can
I do that as 2 different actions?
Well, you can, but if you're just using martial arts D, that's going to be just like a physical attack, not with the blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can stab it first.
Okay.
And then hopefully that'll do some damage, then I'll follow it up with like a swift kick.
Okay. 67.
Cool.
So that is a potential stun with the Null Blade.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll to see if he's stunned. You stunned him.
Oh, he got a 3. Okay. Yay!
And we're gonna see for how many rounds. 5 rounds.
Yeah. Did I stun the whole creature or just that tentacle?
The whole creature.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna follow up with basically a strike.
Yeah. Try and do a little bit of damage.
Also unearthly. A 67 to hit on that, which is another potential stun. And this will stack if it works. It doesn't work.
Yeah, okay.
But you did some damage with the Null Blade, which that does amazing damage.
Yep.
And then your strike would do remarkable damage. So that would be a total of 50. He's got excellent body armor, by the way, so...
Yeah, I saw that thick hide.
Okay. And then I think you got one more action.
Can I hold it?
You can.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
All right. Thalia. At this point, the tentacles are beginning to slide off of the ship, and the ship has now actually kind of come crashing down back into the ocean. And Thalia is going to try to run to this side of the center post and take a couple of shots at the tentacle as it's going under. Got a 47 and a 59, so she hits with both of those. Doing 140 points of damage. Let's see here. All right. She lights it on fire as it's going under. That will be 45. And Jace.
So we're freed from it. Are the tentacles? They're not dismembered or anything, right? They're still there.
They're still there. They're sliding off the edges of the ship.
Sliding off. Okay. And we can't see the creature's still underwater, right?
Right.
Oh well, I will go ahead just for good measure and take my sharp object and spin my arm like I turn into almost like a what am I trying to say? David and Goliath scenario. I can't think of what sling type thing.
Slingshot.
Yeah, and I'll try to sling it at the tentacle just to do a little extra damage, maybe.
All right. And what is it that you're slinging that way?
Whatever sharp object I got.
Oh, the sharp object.
Right there.
All right. Let's see if you got anything extra there. Acrobatics, martial arts. Okay, so just basic agility. 55, so that's a hit. For 20 points of damage. All right, so you hit it, but it doesn't break the surface.
Yeah.
And then, do you have any other extras?
No, I don't think so right now.
Okay.
Oh.
Larry.
Okay. Gosh, I mean, those things are sliding off. It's stunned. I'm gonna hold my action for right now.
Okay.
Or my actions.
Flag.
So, I'm up on the crow's nest, by the way.
Oh, right. I forgot to put you up there.
Looking down on it, I just saw Jace hit at it with that spear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. bring up my inventory. I don't have anything sharp, correct?
Just the Mamariku Gusari.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've got that. So what I will do is I will dive off the crow's nest, will jump up and dive off the crow's nest and try to where Jace hit it, hoping that he created some sort of weak spot. Dive down into it with the Manrike Goose. Yeah, my Manrike Gusare. And like hit it at that spot right as I jump down on it.
Okay.
In a beautiful swan dive in karma.
Let's see, you don't have anything that adds to that, so you're just rolling on the remarkable column.
And I needed that.
Yep. All right, so on remarkable, 36 will get you to the green.
Okay.
But you're not going to hit the same spot.
Gotcha.
But you do pierce it.
Mm-hmm.
And
So do I get the damage for the jump and the Manrike? Sorry.
We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're in the third.
And I was off, and I was 40 feet in the air.
Okay. So that would be 75 points of damage. So 55 total. All right. I might have just done it. Okay. You definitely cut a wound on the tentacles, which as it's being pulled underneath, rips a larger gash, and then it disappears into the drink. And I think, if you don't mind, Usharia, I'm going to jump to Griffin, since he is in the mouth of the beast at the moment.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Listen, man.
I didn't forget about that.
Shucks.
Listen. I go down with the beast. What do you want me to say, man? I'm in there. How am I supposed to get out?
Well, I don't know. I thought you had that worked out.
Yeah, Zach, you
If only somebody had asked you that.
All right, man. Here's what I was actually thinking. Okay. I need to get down to the stomach and get digested.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
So, like, you know, I don't know exactly.
How long does it take an octopus to digest?
It's an actual question. I actually need the answer to this.
Oh God.
Get in line. There are a few deep ones down there too.
It's the same time. It's the same amount of time it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll box.
There you go. 10 licks.
I can't believe I'm looking this up.
It takes around 12 hours or so. It's actually pretty fast digestive process.
Yeah, 9 to 12 hours.
But that's like a normal octopus. This is the Kraken. So
Right.
you would.
Right, you
Four
can
times
be a little
faster.
faster.
Well, I was thinking it would be slower, like men would digest over centuries, being trapped in the
No,
Kraken.
listen. What are you trying to do to me? What are you trying to do to me, bro?
Well, you're the one who jumped in his mouth, and you know.
You wanted to play Jonah.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the other problem that you have. I mean,
Yeah.
his esophagus, his belly, the intestines are all filled with salt water.
You're saying that I'm not going to actually dissolve? I'm not going to like break down?
Oh, so you want to be digested by it, is what you're saying. Do you want to be digested and shit out?
I do. Yes, that's an actual thing. I think yes. This is an actual objective.
Hold on.
I'm not collecting those parts, by the way.
Well, he's dead, so he can't shit you out.
Well, you don't know if he's dead or not.
Yeah, we don't know that.
He's stunned. Yeah.
He's stunned.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but here's what the entire I stashed my flail spear on purpose. Right, I knew this was a one-way trip, so the entire goal here is to be broken down and then regrow the top half of my body on my body.
Oh, just regrow that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I think you can do that, can't you?
I can. I haven't tried it yet, but that is the self-revival.
Yep. This turn to minimize subsidiary.
Will that really be the same brain, or is it like a clone brain?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and get shit out.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. That was a good plan.
See, I told you I had this figured out.
Okay, so the rest of you guys see the bottom 3/4 of Griffin just standing on the deck with no shoulders and no head. Just standing there and listing slightly with the waves. And the crew is attempting to kind of get their senses about him, regroup, and so forth. And one of the crew kind of looks over the edge of the ship, kind of looking, to see if this thing is coming back. But he says, "Captain, we got a problem." And Barracuda comes running over to the edge of the ship. And he says, damn it! Damn it all to hell. She's taking on water. And you guys now do feel the ship beginning to list to the side.
Larry, is there anything you can do about this?
No, I was gonna say, can I go down and try to manipulate material to seal that ship up? Is it a hole?
Recording
big hole,
in progress.
small hole? Oh, we're just now recording.
Well, I couldn't record because I had the share screen on. It wouldn't let me go to that screen. So now I'm actually getting our video, so that's good at least.
So do we know how big this hole is?
Yeah, you can take a look over the side of the ship, and I mean, there is a giant crack in the side of the ship.
Okay. I am gonna try to seal said hole with the wood that's there.
Make a reason feat.
I can't make any feats.
Okay, I'm gonna make a reason feat for you.
That's getting ready to roll.
You got a 13, which is a white. So feel free to attempt to.
Well, I should be able to stand on the deck and manipulate it from the deck down. So
that is correct. Yes.
So I will do that, and this is going to be rather large, so it's going to take a lot of health points.
That is correct. That might have been what that reason feat was for. So with all the bits and pieces around you, you begin to try to patch that hole, and you're taking crates, you're taking harpoons, you're taking barrels, you're taking anything that's not tied down to the ship and trying to weave a mesh over top of the hole to try to keep it from taking on water. So that's going to be your molding power. You got a green on that.
I didn't know you were rolling or it would be karma, but you know.
Oh, well, okay. We can. I'll let you do that. You didn't know I
Okay.
was rolling.
Now that you're recording, can you share your screen now?
Yeah, probably can.
Okay.
Let me get back to my Zoom.
Do you think he's gonna have you magically pop out of the beast's butt, or we'll have to draw that in, by the way.
Get ready, Mike.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 80 or 40 points of damage to you.
Yep.
So that'd be 56. And you get it about halfway sealed up.
A whole bunch of butterflies that just came off me.
Do you want to keep going?
I need to save everybody, so sure.
All right. Karma.
Yeah.
All right. That'll get you up to green.
Okay. Yeah, what's the difference there?
You get about another little bit over 25%, maybe 30% done with that.
Okay.
How much further do you want to go?
That's as far as I'm gonna be able to go without knocking myself out. So
All right. Well,
pretty low.
you've at least slowed the process for sure, but it's still taking on water. Now, theoretically, these guys could potentially try to go down there and try to work on it before the whole thing capsizes. But the portion, I would say you probably started working from the bottom up.
Mhm.
So they've got the top portion that they potentially could be working on. So I think you've stabilized it at this point.
I can also yell out, "Other side!" And everybody starts moving over to the other side of the ship to get that side to raise up out of the water a little bit.
Just basically trying to get everybody to move over to the other side to keep this side a little higher.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean it helps a little bit, but I mean not a whole lot. It's a heavy boat.
Yep.
Captain Barracuda kind of moves over to the group and kind of pats you on the back, Larry, and he says, "That's some interesting magics you got there."
No problem.
Griffin turns and looks at the three-quarter man standing next to him and just looks back at the captain dryly.
Yeah. Well, you got us out of the deep water, at least for now. But we're only going to be able to limp along at a slow pace with this. And with this storm of brewing out there, I don't know how much more she can take. I'm going to stop the share for a moment because I'm going to pull something else up here that I don't want you to see.
You just gonna whip something out?
I'm going to whip something out.
Use me while I whip this out.
It's happened a couple times this evening already.
It's been a very phallic evening.
And Barracuda kind of pulls his crew together, pulls the family over to him, and he says, "Well, fate's a cruel mistress, but sometimes she offers a second kiss." And he points out in the direction of the Sea Widow, the ghost ship that was passing by earlier. And he says, now that one over there, I've already told you a bit about her. She's no ordinary vessel. She's cursed, aye. But she's floating, and she'll sail. I'm thinking we may have a better chance on her back than sinking with this one.
It's your call, Captain. It's your ship. And this one's probably fairly cursed as well after what just happened.
Let me speak with my crew a little bit. You all take a moment among yourselves. And he pulls his crew over to the side.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Have we ever seen Griffin do this before?
I mean, you've seen him separate before, for sure.
Right. Yes.
I don't know that you've ever seen the upper portion of his body missing. What do you think, Griffin?
I think this is something because I know that I don't know. I think this is something that I probably would not have shown a lot of people. I probably wouldn't have put myself in a lot of situations to do this, but I know this is something I can do. So, but I don't think everybody else would have seen it like this.
What about your son? Would I know?
Not my son.
Oh my God, he's dead.
I'll just turn to Lopes and go, should we be worried about him?
Have I seen this, you think?
Here's what I would probably say. Lopes and Clag make an intuition feat.
You'll have to do that for us.
Yeah.
Karma.
Oh, no, I don't want karma on this one. I want to be ignorant.
I mean, this is my son, so...
It's your... Yeah, that is your son, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm the nephew, right?
Yeah, you're the nephew, yeah. All right, and Clag, where are you? Yeah, Clag failed. But Lopes, you certainly have seen him separate, before, and he's always come back together.
Okay.
But
They may have seen me regrow something before.
Yeah, probably
Just
seen regrow
not
like a finger or something. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you know that he has that ability to be able to regrow lost body parts. The body is still standing. I mean, it's listing from side to side and so forth, but it's actually even trying to, like, as the ship moves, it's kind of trying to right itself. It's not walking around on its own accord. But there seems to still be life in the body.
Yeah, so we're talking like nipples down.
Yeah, right.
Saying,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Should we be worried? Griffin doesn't
Yes.
always make the greatest of decisions. But I have to trust that he knows his abilities.
Do
And then
I know?
I nudge the legs a little bit. I kind of like knock into them a little bit.
Uh-huh.
To see if they catch themselves.
And it goes off balance a little bit, and then it straightens back up.
Okay, yeah.
And it's
So
this point. Oh, go ahead.
I will continue to monitor and watch this, but he makes terrible decisions, but I don't think this is necessarily one of them.
It's at this point, Larry realizes that the spear is up for grabs.
Okay.
And so I saunter over there and I'm like, spear.
All right, I'm gonna have you make an intuition roll first because I don't know that you necessarily saw where he put it.
Oh, okay. Let her rip there.
And you got a 4.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So I don't even think you
At
knew
this
that
point, I just think
he put it
Griffin
anywhere. Yeah.
is Griffin. It's not even. He doesn't even look any different.
Usharia, you were going to say that.
I was wondering if I would be able to sense the presence of his consciousness and where that might be.
3 miles below us.
You got a 46 on that. So you are aware that Griffin is still alive.
Okay.
His presence is on the boat.
Okay. That's good. He's here. He's with us. I tell everyone.
Now the question is, for Griffin, the revival power is concentrated in the largest remaining segment. The rest of the body decays normally. The color feet reflects the amount of the body available for the power feet to work with and the time it takes to mend. A green feet means all the body is present aside from spilled blood. And the body will revive 1 to 10 rounds after at Griffin's endurance rank. A yellow feet means all vital organs are present, although some of the less vital parts may still be missing, so that would be a yellow. So it's going to take 1 to 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to roll on your self-revival. Karma. You got a 65, and to get that up to a red, you need a 91. So that would mean about 1 to 10 minutes. Your body will be coming back together.
Sweet.
So let's roll a 1d10. Oh, as you guys are talking, you slowly start to see like this little bitty teeny tiny head pop out of the upper portion of the torso.
So wait, hold on. We're baby Grooting this?
Yeah.
And see, he looks like the guy off Beetlejuice. He's sitting there. He's got the little tiny head. He's got these big bug eyes. Like,
so I noticed this, correct?
Yeah.
Larry just goes,
on it.
Same.
I flick the head a little bit.
and it goes.
Flick it again. It's him.
And within 60 seconds, essentially, his whole body just starts to kind of like, or the upper portion of his body just starts to blow up like a circus animal balloon, and a couple of arms just begin to pop out, and then he comes back to his regular self within about a minute's time.
See? I told you I had a plan. Go fish out my flail spear. My flail spear.
Well, it helped. I'll give it that.
Barracuda ends up walking back over to the group, and he says, well, 'tis a rough decision, but I think what's best for me, what's best for you, and what's best for the crew is we need to board the Widow. A few of my men board the Widow. A few of my men have elected to stay behind and conduct repairs on the ship with the hopes that perhaps after we drop you off at the Savage Land, I can bring the widow back out here, if she lets us sail, and reclaim my ship and take it back to port. But mark me, mates, step aboard the widow, and you step into another story. She don't suffer cowards, and she don't always let her passengers leave. Now I'm gonna need your help aboarding her. We're not gonna be able to move very far, and I'm gonna need someone to help either get us closer to the ship or get us over there. Are any of you capable of that?
Oh. Clag, could you make the jump?
It's probably a little too far for me right now.
How far is the ship?
It's moving towards you guys at a decent clip, but it's going to end up probably maybe 200 yards, maybe in front of you.
Could I get there? If I anatomically separate, like, can I go that far?
You could get there, yes.
Okay.
I was going to ask Griffin. It was a interesting party trick. If we were to shoot your finger over there, do you think that you could regrow on the ship?
No, that's not how it works.
Well, how does it work then?
You'd have to shoot my finger over there and then incinerate my entire body, and then I'd be able to regrow myself over there from my finger.
We try.
Now, you do know, Griffin, that would take you several hours to regrow.
Yes.
And the chance of when we shoot your finger over a fish doesn't come out of the water and swallow it.
Yeah.
That may be a bigger issue.
So,
He said step 2 was to incinerate him.
what is my leaping distance, Chris? It's 11 or 12 areas, something like that.
Let's see here. Hyper leaping 60 feet across, so no, that wouldn't be far enough.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So I would say probably Barracuda's been listening to all of this, and he says, we might just be able to cut her off, at least get close enough. What about Stretchy Boy over here? Could we use him as a gangplank?
Sure. Only soft shoes, though, okay?
All right, men. We got one shot at this. Full speed ahead. And the rest of his pirates kind of take their positions. And he is going to make an attempt at navigating the ship in the direction calling Karma. He's going to get you close. But Jace, it's going to be up to you now to stretch across and grab hold. Everybody's going to have basically one round to get across before it stretches Jinx to his limit.
Is it possible that I could, if we still have any lengths of rope, attach it to a vibrang and send it around a mast or something to try to keep them?
It would take a lot of strength to be able to hold it. Because it's going to still be moving. Mm-hmm. It's moving of its own accord, and it's moving again, like perpendicular to the wind. So throwing a rope around it, more than likely, even if you got it around it, it would probably break or pull whoever's holding it off of the ship.
Okay.
All right, I'll try stretch. Do I need to roll anything?
It's now or never, matey. So yeah, we're gonna roll your stretching ability.
I'll do it karma.
Okay. 44. And to get you up to a yellow, you would need to get a 61.
Okay.
All right, so Jace has stretched himself across to the Sea Widow. And everybody else now is going to have to make an agility feat to get across. If you have acrobatics or anything similar to that, you can use acrobatics. So I'm going to start with
Yeah.
Clag.
So when I stretch out, my head twists around to look at you guys. I go, "Come on, hurry up, hurry up!"
We're within 60 feet right now.
Yes.
I'll just jump.
Okay. All right. I'm not even going to roll for that. That'll be fine.
And then I will do what I can to help him keep his grip on the ship as people are walking across his back.
Gotcha. All right. So we're going to go with Lopes.
Karma.
81. No problem.
Cool.
So spend your 10. That's enough. Larry.
Karma.
77. That's a yellow for you. Spend your 10. Usharia.
Karma.
40. That's enough. Spend your 10. Griffin.
Karma.
88. Spend your 10. Thalia. Karma. 50. She'll spend her 10. And I think that's everybody, right? All right. So now you guys have made it over to the Sea Widow. And once you get here, you realize does not seem to be, at least on deck, a single soul aboard. The deck is slick with seawater and something else, an oil-like sheen that catches the light with kind of an iridescent light. The boards, as you step on board, bend ever so slightly, almost as if they're just reluctant to hold your weight. And around you, the ship hums with an unnatural light. Ropes sway without wind, rigging clinks like chains in a dungeon, and the lanterns hanging from the railings burn with a cold blue flame. There's no sign of a crew, yet the sails adjust themselves and the anchor, sorry, I wrote that and then I don't need it. The ship moves subtly, almost as if it's breathing. As you step aboard, you can kind of feel this invisible weight pressing against your very soul. A presence, not malevolent necessarily, but ancient and watching. From the shadows, a familiar voice calls out. It's Captain Barracuda, as the last of his pirates come across as Jace finally lets go and leaves the Black Mast behind. And he says, "Welcome aboard the Sea Widow, mates. She don't sail by compass or star, only by curse and memory. Keep your wits sharp and your eyes sharper. And if you hear singing from below the decks, don't answer. Some voices aren't meant for mortal ears. And the ship now, again, continues its path as the crew attempts to try to right the sails and pitch it in the direction that Barracuda is wanting it to go, which is in the direction of the Savage Land. Unfortunately, they're having no luck. The sails are just battered beyond recognition and are pretty much useless anyway. But the mere fact that this thing is running on its own and running perpendicular to the wind pretty much defies all logic. What do you all want to do?
Can we try to take the wheel and turn it?
The pirates are attempting to do that, and it's giving, which means the rudders should be moving, but it's still pressing in a beeline straight forward.
Okay.
And can I walk over and try to manipulate the wheel? Like just tinker with it, repair it. I can't remember what skill I've got for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you've got like a repair tinkering kind of thing. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do your hyper invention.
Okay. Karma.
Got a 28, so you'll need to get that up to a green.
You can't roll for me anymore.
I know. 10 points will get you up there.
Okay.
You get down on the ground and try to get up underneath the wheel, and you kind of take a look at it, and you're like, well, no wonder it's not working. It's completely rusted out. So you kind of begin. Now, you've only got 16 health points. I mean, do you want to try to spend anything to try to repair it, or
if I run out, I just pass out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that because it shouldn't be very big.
Mm-hmm.
So I will attempt to remove and reutilize those parts.
All right, you got a 19.
Yeah.
And spending karma again, I assume, right?
Yep.
So you got to get that up to a 31. And you're able to kind of repair the issues that are here. And the pirates now begin to try to moving in as well. You see the gears underneath, working the way that they should, but something, whether it is something natural further underneath the ship that you just can't see, or something unnatural, is not allowing the ship to move.
Mm.
Jace wants to start looking around for clues.
Yeah.
What's Lopes's? No. What's Lopes's? What's your little characters
or
your little characters, dude? What's his name?
Oh, Zapol.
Zapol.
Yeah. I look at Lopes and just say Zapol under the ship.
Can I try to direct him under that, and do I get information back from him?
Yeah, you have kind of a mental link to him, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. Try and send him under the ship to see if he can see anything wrong.
Okay.
Or she, I don't want to make an assumption.
It's a mirror image of you, so. Or a negative mirror image. Okay, now, it will have to use his reason, not yours.
Karma.
Got a white, 42. You got to get that up to a 51, so spend 10. That'll get you up to a green at least. And everything, as far as any of the inner workings of the ship, have been completely rusted out. And it would take a major overhaul to repair this.
Okay. I let Larry know that. Pretty much everything is destroyed through the salt.
No good.
And I would say, Usharia, I'm going to make a cosmic awareness probably for you.
Yep. Can I ask, did you say, thought I heard you say something was not moving, but is the ship still moving perpendicular to the wind?
Yeah, ship is still moving perpendicular to the wind. The wheel was basically not making contact with the gears underneath it to move the rudders.
Okay.
Larry has fixed that part of it, so at least that's working, but everything else underneath that actually controls, the ship itself, that's all rusted out as well.
So it is not a mechanical problem that is sending us in this errant direction.
Right. And I'm assuming with your, I don't think you can roll karma for cosmic awareness, can you?
I don't think so. But I'd like to ask the captain, if we stop fighting her, where is she taking us? You know these lands better than I do.
Unfortunately, the stories I know tells me that she goes where she wants to go. And in the direction that she's going now, it's going to take us far away from where we want to go.
All right.
Does the ship have a sense of self-preservation? Perhaps we can change her mind.
Well, the old story says something about the captain of the ship being left behind. I saw him myself when I was on the ship. He was still sitting in the captain's quarters last time I saw him.
Maybe we should check to see if he's still there.
Yeah, let's go there.
All right, so here on deck, roughly in about this area right in here, is where you would go to enter the captain's quarters. And that's located up here in this corner. I'm not going to move everybody up there because just no sense in it, really. But that's the captain's quarters right there. And when you enter, you push open the creaking double doors to the captain's quarters, and a smell of salt, rot, and old pipe smoke wafts out, impossibly fresh, as though someone had just been here. The room is still. A desk of dark, water-warped mahogany anchors the space. Books are scattered about, their pages all yellowed and stuck together. And a tarnished compass spins ever so slowly atop a cracked map of the southern seas. And there, slouched behind the desk as though dozing, sits the corpse of Captain Theseus Moore. He's dressed in the remnants of a formal naval coat crusted in barnacles and sea dust. His eyes are sunken hollows. His jaw hangs slack, yet somehow he smiles. A voice rises, not from his mouth, but from the boards of the ship, vibrating through your boots. Passengers. You seek passage, do ye? Passage to lands that defy maps, that warp the minds of lesser men. The savage land awaits, but she doesn't wait for cowards, nor thieves of fate. The ship sails only for those who pay the toll, and my toll is memory. The room darkens slightly with this last bit. The shadows draw inward, clinging to the walls like tar. The dead captain's eyes flicker with a cold blue flame, though he remains unmoving. From each soul aboard, I ask a memory. One that pains ye, one that built ye, one that burns still. Offer it freely, and I shall carry ye where no stars dare to guide.
What's the criteria here? Is there the possibility that the captain would be like, that's not good enough, I reject?
There's definitely that possibility.
Yellow. No, blue.
I seek only a secret. Something close to your heart. Something perhaps you'd be willing to forget. But it would pain you to do so.
All right. Look, I'll go first.
Of course.
So I'd like to offer the moment when I got my stone. Right, the stone that's in my flail spear. As you and I know, this is an energy source. I want to pair this with how I knew that I could regrow parts to begin with, which is that when this was given to me, the Blindfather cut my head off. And waited until it regrew. And then explained to me afterwards. To soothe me afterwards. As he cut my head off with no warning, knowing full well exactly what would happen. That's my offer for my memory.
All right. I'm making a note.
In an alternate universe, the Blindfather misunderstood how powerful your regeneration abilities were.
How old were you when that happened?
Say teenager.
So probably about Jace's age.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So in that world, there's no Jace and no Griffin?
Wait, Uncle Clag's a dick.
He is. Just wait. I've got a memory ready.
When you give that secret away, Griffin.
Yeah.
There are candles that are lying about the room, all on candelabras, just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You see 3 of the candles light. And they light with that same blue flame that is behind the eye sockets of the captain.
All right.
One secret has been consumed. Who should be next?
I can go. I give you the fact that I'm jealous. I'm jealous of you, Griffin. Jealous of how easy you've had it. I'm jealous of how the Blindfather always favored you over me. Jealous that I've had to work for everything I've had to get. That breeds my resentment. That makes me work twice as hard as you.
Quick timeout mechanically here.
Uh-huh.
These memories gets taken from Clag.
Yes. And when your characters leave this room, you will forget what he said.
Okay, got it.
Can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
Do we know what happened to Griffin's mother?
Nope, but you can create that now if you want.
Okay, so that's never been addressed.
Nope.
Okay.
Now, other than the fact that she is no longer a part of the family and is likely passed.
So she can be dead, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She probably is since the world exploded.
Yeah. She would have married into the Blindfather family, so she is
Yeah.
not blood related, obviously. So,
Could she have died at childbirth?
you want to make it so, make it so.
Okay. When Griffin was born, my wife suffered terribly. And it became very obvious very quickly that either she would survive or he would, but not both. I asked for her to survive. I asked the Blindfather if there was anything he could do so she would survive. I asked her to fight and survive. And she told me no. That she would rather see our son born and have me raise him than to live a life where she knew that she could have sacrificed herself. And the last thing that she said to me was, "You take care of him, you protect him, he lives on through me." And that is why I am so frustrated that you do not take life more seriously, that you are so reckless, and that I cannot control that about you. Because if I lose you, will have lost her twice. That's my secret.
I neglected to say this after Clag revealed his secret, but it happens for both Clag and for Lopes. 3 more candles in the room. Poof, poof, poof.
It was a 5-candle memory.
They all light for both of you. Another secret consumed. 4 more to go.
Don't everybody jump in at once.
Okay. Jace has one. I need the notes. So when I was 10, in the village, there was all these kids would play this kind of game called like Monkey in the Forest, where we'd swing through the trees, and it was a climbing racing game. And at the time, my suit wasn't very agile, and my father Griffin said I couldn't play it, and try that. But of course, I wanted to sneak off and do that. And there's this girl named May that I'm 10 years old at this time, and I'd spoken to her. I had a crush on her, and we used to talk for as long since I could remember as a child. I'd known her. So I wanted to try and impress her, and I think I'd been getting older. I thought maybe I didn't need the suit as bad. And so I snuck off and tried to do the contest with the other boys, and of course my lens gave out. I fell off the tree, hit the ground. May came rushing to me to see if I was okay, and I threw up all over her. And so the kids all laughed, and May never spoke to me again after that, and I never tried to do anything outside the suit again.
Do
How many
any candles light up? I mean,
Oh,
come on.
sorry.
2 of them
Not
go
good
out.
enough. Go again.
Now I'm like, oh, it's all over. It's all again.
3 more candles.
Okay.
Light. Yes.
One weird memory consumed.
Saria, are you gonna go?
I can go. I'm I'm unwilling to part with the first half of this memory. So I tell you, this is not a secret. My mother was a watcher. She observed the world in which New Haven existed until she fell in love with the Blindfather and abdicated her responsibilities to live with him at New Haven until her people found her and brought her to account. That is not a secret. But the shame that she brought upon her people and her kind by leaving behind her responsibilities for love this is the secret, what has caused me to remain alone all my life. It's not that I don't love, and it is not that I don't see, but I refuse to do what she did. And I didn't realize that it was a sense of shame and not a sense of duty that led me to this until now. But that feeling is one I would like to part with. And so I share that as my secret.
All right, Larry. Now I'm going to preface this with one little caveat just to remind you. Your memory only goes back so far.
Right.
So your earliest memory is the day that the Blindfather found you. So anything prior to the family, you have no memory of.
Anything prior to the oh, gotcha. Okay. But really quick,
Yep.
where did Griffin get the actual spear? Did I forge that for him? And then he put the stone in?
I like that answer. I'll take it.
Okay. Or it might, you know what? I'll go with that was my sphere, and that's why I'm always after it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just look at Griffin. I just look at Griffin and go, my spear. And then I look at him and say, head off. So maybe it wasn't the Blindfather that cut his head off.
Okay. So it was actually Larry that actually did the beheading then.
Yeah.
Was that at the Blindfather's request?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, please tell me about it.
Did you know he was going to survive?
No. Because Blindfather would have done it himself, because, why behead your grandchild?
An alternate universe.
And
Larry murdered Griffin.
with the revealing of the last two secrets, more candles now have begun to light within the chamber.
But
Thalia,
here's the good news, Griffin. You don't remember this.
once you step out of the room, right?
Right.
Thalia gives her secret as well, and I'm going to wait for Dana to be back with us, and I'll make her give up a secret as well for you guys, so that you know what that is, but the characters won't.
If she's watching, I hope she farted fire in her sleep, and nobody knew.
The captain here, Captain Theseus, requests that the pirates come in and give their secrets as well. You all don't need to stay for that portion of it. And kind of in the interchange, the family kind of takes their leave, and you leave those memories behind. And as you walk out onto the deck of the ship, searching, for the rest of the pirates to bring them in, you feel a bit of a weight lifted off of your shoulders, in one sense, but then in another sense, something else is replaced on top of that, and Griffin.
Yeah.
Moving forward, you are now going to be very reluctant to sacrifice that sense of self. Essentially, doing what you did earlier, removing your head and sending it off. You now have for the first time in your life, but it doesn't feel like this to you, you now have a bit of a fear of death, and may not be quite as reckless moving forward. There's a sense of self-preservation now that you feel inside of you. Flag, the jealousy that you had of Griffin is gone. And
I still don't like him.
you still may not like him all that much, but there's now an admiration for what he attempted to do back on the Black Mast. You saw him basically attempt to give his life for the rest of the family.
Damn it.
And knowing that he's willing to give up his own life for the rest of the family gives you some appreciation for the man.
Fine.
Lopes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe for me to say that, knowing that your wife gave her life for your son, you had a bit of resentment going both ways?
Yep.
For resenting your wife for the fact that she gave her life, and resenting your son for taking it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gone. That's lifted. And there's been a disconnect. You've been pretty hard on Griffin, where the Blindfather maybe favored him a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
you were a little rough on him, a little tougher on him. But now you see the soul of your wife that has touched your son. A woman who is willing to sacrifice her own life for her two loves. And after what Griffin attempted to do on the ship, you now see that he too is willing to give his life for his family. Jace, coming out of the ship, you kind of find yourself wandering away from the rest of the family, and there is the memory of the suit that haunts you, but that haunting is now slowly starting to dissipate here in the wind.
Like vomit.
And you feel more confident now in this new body that you have. And with that confidence comes a certain amount of strength as well. And your willpower becomes a little bit stronger. And you're going to actually receive a +1 column shift to your psyche.
Oh, nice.
Larry, you look at Griffin's spear, and something about it seems familiar. And while you can't put your finger on it, it triggers a memory that goes back further from when you had originally met the Blindfather and watched the family grow over the years. During that time period, you never really aged. You always remained the same, and you never knew why. You were the first citizen of New Haven. And you have been alive for centuries. You planted the first seed on New Haven. What existed before New Haven still escapes your memory. But your poor reason now goes up to remarkable. Woo. And suddenly, the next time you speak, you'll be able to speak in full sentences and communicate more properly with the family.
Does this mean I have to work on an accent?
No, you can still keep the same voice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Lope says give him an accent.
I was typing that right as you said it.
I can be like, I say, how y'all doing today?
Like I'm Irish.
Go some foghorn leghorn.
Usharia. This memory of your mother being a watcher. You said it wasn't a secret, and it was something that you've known all your life, but something probably that you've kind of repressed or really didn't necessarily even know the meaning of the word watcher. I mean, you know what a watcher is, someone who watches. And the Blindfather probably told you, that her people, came to, make her repay them, for leaving her duties. But there were only maybe 2 other watchers that were present on New Haven. When you step out into the cold air here on the Sea Widow, that feeling of becoming one with the cosmos comes over you again. Your eyes roll back in your head. And once again, you are engulfed by this universe, this enormous universe that, you are still kind of getting used to. And you see more of it. And you fly through the cosmos, passing one strange planet after another, until you reach the center of this universe and a giant bright sun and a singular wealthy planet that is centered around a great city. And within this city, your astral form passes into it, and you land at the feet of a man dressed in white from head to toe, cloaked. Underneath is a steel gleaming armor. This is Doom. Not Thulsa Doom, but Emperor God Doom, the ruler of this universe. And as your astral form takes presence in front of him, he raises his hooded gaze to you, and he says, "I see you, Watcher." And that will be our cliffhanger for next session.